So you see that the big bag there? I had to drag that 1.5 kilometers uphill from my hotel so that it could be loaded into the van to be taken to the next hotel, which all the other people, or most of them, don't have to do because they're in the official hotels, but I'm not because I'm a lone bandit and I was in my own hotel, which is, I think it was nicer actually, but well, maybe not, I don't know. So that's kind of tired me out already just getting that up here, and I'll have to do that every day I think from now on. And we're nearly ready to go. Got a coffee, I got my map. I've gone for long sleeves and no jacket today, which could be a mistake if it gets hot. Let's see. It looks alright. They're saying it might rain a little bit. So far, so good. Police lead out of Andorra into Spain. Okay, so we got a decent group, 6 or so. We've done the hard part of the first climb, 6k at 8%. Now into the easier gradients. So it's good to have a bit of help through these bits. It's very foggy. It's 14 degrees. Not too hot so far. And we are about still 20k to the summit, believe it or not. So that's the first climb done. Quite pleased actually, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Once the first 6k were done, it was actually fairly pleasant, and there was a couple of even a little downhill section where I managed to finally do a bit of downhill in anger. Took a few people, and then we were in a group of 6 or 7 doing quite nicely, taking relays on the flatter sections, and then we managed to catch up to a group of 10, so then we were like 18 for the last 2 or 3k, and yeah, that was rolling quite nicely. So yeah, a bit of food, drink, rest, and then I think a bunch of us are going to set off together, and got a long downhill, untimed unfortunately. I hope it's not going to rain. And then the next climb, the Bonaigua, all the Dutchies with their support crew. Okay, so after the descent of the Bonaigua, it kind of went into a valley, which was sort of mostly downhill, but a little bit rolling, a few little uphills. And it was a group of 20 Dutchies. I kind of waited for them to turn up, so I joined their wheel when they turned up. And then it became more, like 40. And it was cool because we were really like thundering through the valley. It was really nice and fast. And I put this on my Instagram to the music Sweet Sensation by Chase and Status. I won't sing it, but look it up because it's the perfect soundtrack for this. Nice waterfall. My front disc has come loose, which is, can you hear it? At least I think that's what it is. Can't be anything else. And psychologically, it's a little bit of a blow, but we are only 6k from the top of Bonaigua, so hopefully it'll get me there and the disc won't fall off before we do. So arrived at the summit of Bonaigua. I felt it was quite tough. I lost the wheel of a little group of 4 in the last few kilometers, which didn't help. I'm feeling quite tired, and look at this, making a lot of noise, super wobbly. The bolts have come loose, so I'm gonna fix it. Okay, the stage is over, thank God. I'm in Bagnères de Luchon. And again, I went independently with the accommodation. And I have to say, I'm quite pleased because this is really nice. Look at the floor, beautiful. Really nice little apartment right in the center of Bagnères de Luchon. Not far from where everything's going on. And it's quite big. Got a nice bedroom and the bathroom and shower and stuff. in here, all very good. And apparently, it's called Maison Eugénie because Eugénie was the maîtresse of Napoleon Bonaparte, and this was Napoleon Bonaparte's house. And this is where his maîtresse lived. So there's a bit of history for you. Anyway, so yeah, the etape was it was a tough one. The Col de Portillon, only 8 kilometers, but very steep in places. Not easy when you've already done so much riding. But let's have a closer look at that in a minute. I'm gonna have a shower. So down this lovely old wooden staircase where Napoleon brought Eugénie, they now have a pool. I don't think that was here in Napoleon's time, but it's here now. And it's roasting in here. And it's 32 degrees. And there's a Buddha. So I think I'm gonna jump in that in a minute. Although I've got to go to the rider briefing. So I have to do that first and come back later. So just a quick look at today's stage. We came out of Andorra, police escort, 27k of mostly downhill. That was very easy. Hit the Canto climb. First 6k were tough, but the rest of it wasn't too bad. Some flatter sections in there. The Canto descent, a little bit bumpy. That's when my disc came loose, but I didn't realize it at the time. Only in the valley did it make itself present. The Bonagua climb, fairly tough. I suffered a bit at the top. The descent was untimed, and then Portillon was tough, but not too bad. So a quick look at tomorrow's stage. We're in Bagne de Luchon. We go up the Ares, fairly easy. The Monte, bit more difficult. I've never done that one before. Untimed descent, as usual, bit of a shame. Then you're timed in the valley, be good to get in a group there. And the Peyresourde I have done before a long time ago. Remember it being not that easy. So it's a short stage, but with still a fair bit of climbing. Well, the good news is that I've moved up from 47th to 39th and from 10th old bloke to 4th old bloke. So I'm quite surprised about that actually. So good news, let's see if I can hang on to that tomorrow.